Hi all, welcome to this Birger Verstraete upgrade player review. He's been given a +2 upgrade onto him and he looked a very nice looking card indeed. If we can smash likes would be awesome. Sub to channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend. All links are down below for playlists to channel and social media links as always. Comment down below if you've done the 86 or even the 88 for that matter. He is definitely a card worth going for. Initially the 86 I wasn't a big fan of, but after playing with this 88 in Foot Champions, I'm a big fan of him. Now, the hardest of the 3 objectives by a country mile is this Bundesliga anchor. You have to assist with him and also make sure that you win the game for 6 of them with a full Bundesliga squad. Now, the one with Politano is fairly straightforward because it's a winger. What I find hard with this one is you've got to do the same trick again. I played him at striker just to guarantee the assist. I didn't care how I done it, but it was initially I was 3 games done right away. The other 3 were just proving a little bit tiresome because I was able to get one fairly quickly, but it was just proving a little bit harder with the other 2 because the game started to crash on me and other little things. But we got there in the end. Joining in the attacks fairly straightforward. You can do that in one game. Just ask if you're trying to do, if you've got him as a striker or if you're asking your opponent for the goals, then you can do it. And the last objective is through ball assists. I just ask, you just ask people. That's what I do. Or when you're trying to do the assists, make sure it's a through ball assist, and then that way you're saving yourself a little bit of time at the bargain. But generally, what I done was I then put him back to centre mid. I swapped him around with player, with the headliner one that you get through the objectives. So in regards to our team, this is how we put him in. We didn't start him at centre mid, by the way. We swapped him for Rivaldo. So in game was a big difference for him, and in all honesty the alternatives are obviously his 86. You've got base Kante, I felt it's quite a fair comparison, and also UCL Live Allen. So in terms of his stats, he has got 85 pace, 74 shot, 86 pass, 85 dribbling and defending, and 88 physical. That is up 2 for pace, 4 on shot, 2 on pass, 3 on dribbling, 3 on physical, and 2 on defending. So he's been given a nice boost, and in all honesty it is absolutely a big difference. Like, his shooting is unbelievable. I've noticed just from minor adjustments he seems to be an unbelievable card. He seems to slot in this position where Rivaldo plays to an absolute T. And the 86 I wasn't the biggest fan of. I wasn't really enjoying him too much. Like, he's got 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, high work rates. Some people will like that, some people will hate it. But in the games that he's played for me, all from Foot Champions, he's bagged himself 4 goals. And one of them, he actually scored, he was on for a hat-trick. And in all honesty, he was something else. Like, the thing was, where we played him as centre mid, the aim wasn't for him to be too attacking or too defensive, but he was to at least be kind of like the focal point, as it were, of the midfield. That's how we tried to play him as, and thought, let's see if you deliver. Obviously the stats will kind of drop a little bit because obviously we are so to kind of show what happened when he comes off the bench, I feel there's a better reflection. So he's got 8 acceleration, 82 sprint speed, 68 position, 61 finishing, 95 shot power. That is pretty evident, I've noticed. 81 long shots, that is probably maybe a bit better in that department than it is. Even his finishing's actually a lot better. Positioning's pretty sound. 56 volleys, 99 penalties, never got a chance to try that. 83 vision and crossing and free kicks. Didn't get to try his crossing or free kicks really, to be honest, but short passing of 89 and long passing of 92. His passing's pretty on point. Curve of 71 wasn't really that too apparent. Dribbling, like 93 agility, 92 balance, 83 reactions, 87 ball control, 81 dribbling and 85 composure. Everything just flowed beautifully. 98 interceptions, 80 heading, 83 defensive awareness and standing tackle and slide. Like I didn't really show much in the tackling department from this, but he was very, very sound. 95 jumping, 99 stamina, 76 strength and 99 aggression. And we'll obviously compare the 86 as well when you fundamentally look at it. Like, for me, compared to his 86, this is night and day. This is absolutely night and day. I was initially going to review the 86, but I was not enjoying him whatsoever, and I thought, yeah, this card is pretty awful. I thought, I'm not really buying this card Like, I'm not enjoying it. It's 79 overall stats extra he's got, so it's quite a hike for a +2. But in all honesty, this card for me has no faults what I've found yet. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this card. If there's going to be anything, it's going to be strength, and easy enough to boost that up, and depending on what chem style you want it up with. So just to compare his 86 as well, this record's a bit skewed, I will be honest if we show it, but as we said, it's 2 +2 pace, +4 shot, +2 pass, +2 dribbling, +2 defending, and +3 physical on him. Now, when I looked over his 86, obviously his stamina's down to 96, which isn't really a big issue, but his shooting is where you do kind of see a lot of the damage. And this is maybe why when I was attacking with the 88 compared to the 86, I was noticing a big difference. Like a significant, even though it's only +4, it was actually significant enough to make an impact. And like, I know his assists and goals is a bit skewed but that's because we had so many games. Even I was having games where I was drawing. I had one guy had 4-4, and I had like 4 assists with Verstraete. It drove me nuts. But is what is. But as I said, like, for his shooting, like, he's got 5 less shot power on his 86. 4 less on his pretty much 4 less on his finishing and long shots, and then he's pretty much less -3 everything across the board for his dribbling, which was quite evident. And then obviously 73 strength, which I would say, if you do boost the strength up, I think that is where you will see the difference. Passing generally quite just a little dip down as well, but in game he is like, he was very attacking, playing the kind of, when I've got Rivaldo attacking, he flows into the positions beautifully and he like links up the play. Verstraete was doing the exact same thing, what I expected of Rivaldo, and kind of doing it not just as good but sometimes better than him, because he was being a real nuisance. For me, he's got everything. That, like, he's physically sound, he's defensively sound, he can attack very sound, and that's kind of what you want. You want someone that is just like a machine in the midfield. That is what he brings. He could defend beautifully. He will be able to defend quite easily. He'll be able to attack brilliantly. For me, he is someone that can play CDM, centre mid, and cam. That's why I feel there is no faults found yet. And I would honestly say, if I was to put a chem style on him, you're either going to go Hunter to boost that shooting up, or you're going to go Hawk. The reason being, you want to boost up the strength to get him over 8, to get him to about 81, and then I would then say from there you're probably looking at boost. If you're not going to go like, say, boosting up, like, the shooting goes up to 78 with Hawk and 90 with pace and 90 with physical. I would say for me, if you've got 399s on his physical, you're kind of sorted. And that extra pace boost wouldn't go amiss. But at the same time, I can see a lot of people thinking, oh, they'll want to improve the passing, they'll either want to improve his shooting, or, as I said, they might want to go the physical. I feel he's one of these cards that it comes down to you. Where you're going to play him. If you're going to play him as a CDM, boost that strength up. And that's where maybe Anchor might fit in beautifully. If you're going to be attacking, like an attacking centre mid, or expect goal from him, then play him as like, put Hawk or some Hawk, at least Hawk on him. So the common chem styles I think you'll see is Hawk, Anchor, and I can't really say Hunter, Catalyst or Shadow you're really going to put on him unless you're really trying to go a bit on that pace boost or a specific like shooting, passing or defending. But for me, if you've got the 86 and you don't enjoy him, get to that 88, go and unlock him, and you'll absolutely enjoy this card. I wasn't a big fan of the 86 and still am, but the 88 is just night and day, absolutely fun, cracking card. And what's annoying is I actually tried to see last night if there was ways I could fit this squad, but it's like fundamentally impossible and you'd have to keep subbing them on. But I'm not going to complain. So he's, for the 88, is he worth it? 9.5 out of 10. I wouldn't go the 10. He is great, but obviously you've still got to find a way to fit him in your squad, depending what kind of team you rock up with, if it's not hybrid or whatever. But go and try him out, go and have a bit of fun with him if you've got the 86, and let me know what you got from your pack and what you think of the 88. So you're welcome to smash the like, sub to the channel if you know, follow me on Twitter at GsLegend. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.